Hey guys, welcome to GSW and the League. Whew, been a wild, wild ride. Hey, man, Steph's return's been all right so far. Um, Lost a couple of games in the beginning, like him and Andrew Wiggins. We lost a couple of games. Then we had that road game in San Antonio at the Alamo Building, which was the highest ever recorded amount of fans in NBA history, 68,000. And we know partially is due to Steph, right? But anyways, yeah, we won that game, and then so I'm thinking, okay, we're about to take off on this because we know we've been like one of the top three best teams in the whole league, right? So I'm like, now we just gotta put that kind of stuff on the road, right? So after that Spurs win, I'm thinking we're gonna take off and stuff. We go play Chicago. We should have had that win. DeMar DeRozan, their best player, was not even playing. Man, Nikola Vucevic gave us the business. Career high 43 points. Man, and Steph played. Steph wasn't that was not his best game. He played pretty bad that game. I gotta admit, like when he had 7, 8 turnovers, it was horrible. You know, and Wiggins is still rusty too. Like you could tell, for the Chicago game, you can tell Curry and Wiggins are still not fully back. Specifically, like Curry had those turnovers, and then you can see Wiggins like his shot, and like he's not fully back, but they've been back probably like over a week now. So they've been back over a week now, so they're slowly cruising back into form. Their All Star forms. So Wiggins cruising back to his All Star form. Steph's cruising back to his superstar form. Then the next day they had a back to back. So after the Chicago game that they lost, disappointing game, um, they played the Washington Wizards, and that was a tough game, exciting game, and you seen Steph just went berserk. He went off 41 points, hitting big shots. He took a lot of shots, but he hit big time shots. You know, all the timing big shots that he hit him. And Draymond Green came through that game. What, 11 points in the fourth quarter? Steph 12 points in the fourth. Draymond stepped up big. We all seen the heckler heckling him. Steph's mom going back at the heckler. Draymond going back, and then as soon as Draymond just started, he's like, you know what? Let's go to work. Let's turn the playoff Draymond. He just put the work, and he just hit two big threes. Gets to the free throw line, hits the free throw, hits another layup. Like he played terrific game. Also got what, 12 rebounds I believe, 7 assists. So yeah, Day Draymond helped big time. Steph went off, Draymond went off, and Jordan Poole. JP put up 33. He's a machine. Clay didn't play that game because that was his back to back. We know back to backs Clay doesn't play for now at least. So yeah, JP goes off too and pours in 33 points. Oh, he's nasty with his handles. Like his handles are not like as tight as Curry's or stuff, but he's shifty as hell. You know, he's nasty with his handles, and he's an electrifying player. You know, he's under Curry's tutelage, and you can see the influence. He's shooting big shots, taking them whenever, and putting that pressure, giving that other score, right? And Clay was not even there, so it was a big time win. Looney keeps doing his thing, being the balancer, being the steady rock, offensive rebounding, solid screen setting, defense, clogging the paint, as well as Draymond didn't have that much energy. Like in the first, second, and third quarter, Draymond's energy was not there. Like you could tell and stuff. So I'm like, people are wondering, is he even in it? And then the fourth quarter kicks in. You're like, damn, this guy's a different type of beast. Kuminga, Wiseman are still out. We're just hoping for them to come back as soon as possible. We need some bodies. Kuminga, Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, James Wiseman, and also JaMychal Green's out. So waiting for them three to come back, and then that should be good because we've been looking small. We've been getting out rebounded, and Draymond and Looney's been playing a lot. So those reinforcements of JaMychal Green, James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga should help with rebounding and interior presence in the post, just rotating and showing hands, jumping vertically, boxing out, rebounding, getting into transition. And also on the offensive, not just defensive end, is gonna help. Offensive end is gonna help big time because we're we're the greatest shooting team in NBA, right? We're the greatest shooting team in NBA history. We have the two greatest shooters in the NBA history. Um, JP can shoot. Wiggs can shoot. He's just coming back slowly. I don't mind Wiggs shooting like that because he's proven he a 40-something% 3-point shooter. Um, Dante DiVincenzo hits big shots and he hits threes, but sometimes he may take it a little too much. I think, and from a little too far sometimes because he's not a shooter like Steph Clay. We obviously know, but he's not even a shooter like Jordan Poole or Wiggs, I'd say. So he shouldn't take as much shots as them from three. Like I don't think so. Take it to the rim more. But that's what. But Dante has been great as ever. Defending his ass off. He's always defending full court, defending bigs, boxing out, and his rebounding is what makes it very impressive. Offensive rebounding, he is always there. Never gives up on a play. Always not. Even if he doesn't catch the rebound, he knocks the ball out or hits it, and so another teammate can grab it. It's pretty incredible. Um, so Dante's been pretty solid still. Anthony Lamb, he's been coming in giving you more than 10 points on like almost a consistent basis. You can say it's just he's gotta learn more and our whole team overall has got to still do better with fouling. We got to not foul as much. Anthony Lamb fouls a little bit too much right now. Like all anything other than that, he's been perfect. Knocks down big shots. He's an elite. He's an incredible shooter. You can tell. Knocks down big shots. Takes it to the rim. Finishes. And even rotates good. Takes good charges and stuff. Just gotta stop fouling a little too much. And hopefully James Wiseman when he comes back, Jonathan Kuminga, they're still how they were when they last played, when they were doing better with fouling and defending and everything. Hopefully they just come back, and even if they're not, let's hope it takes like 2 games, 3 games. Um, yeah. We won our last game versus Washington. We have today is a big game versus I'm just trying to see if I missed anyone that I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, before I talk about this Boston Celtics rematch, second game of the season that they played against each other. Iguodala, that's why I missed. He also came back when Wiggins came back. I believe a game or two before Curry came back. Andre came back. Of course, he was looking a little rusty at first because he missed half the season. This was literally like a week to 2 weeks ago was his first debut all season. And remember, he's 38, right? So he's 38, like the second oldest in the NBA, and he's missed half of the season. So I understand Andre being a little rusty and stuff. Andre even got tossed out, ejected his first game, throwing the balls into the stands. It was pretty funny. But yeah, he's getting more into the groove. You can tell too, because he's played now 3-4 games, so he should be better. But now for tonight's big game. So we won our last road game. Let's keep it pushing. Now we're going to be playing the best team in the league, the Boston Celtics, the team we beat in the finals. And also, we played them once this season too and just beat them without Wiggins. We beat them pretty handedly without our second best player. And now we're going to be playing them without Jaylen Brown, their second best player. But it's going to be a tough match because now the last game we played in San Francisco, in the Chase Center, in our home, right, where we have the best or top 3 best records in the league. Now we're gonna be playing in TD Garden. That's a hostile environment in Boston's hometown, Boston's arena. Man, they got not only they got wild fans, crazy loud fans, electrifying arena. They also got the most racist fans as you've heard from LeBron. You've heard what they call Draymond, and I've seen them I've seen their behavior towards opposing NBA players during the playoffs, and even in regular season games too. You see how they act towards Kyrie too. But it's a crazy environment. It's electrifying for basketball, and man, we'll see what happens. Tatum's coming off a 51-point game the past couple of days here, so it's gonna be tough. Wiggs didn't play him the last game they played, and you already know he's thinking about Wiggins. He's been waiting for that matchup because what Wiggins did to him in the finals made him shoot the worst he did all playoff. maybe even all playoffs, like all playoffs that year for sure, but maybe even all playoffs ever. Wiggins made him shoot a ridiculous low number from the field goal, from the 3-point line. Even his point averages weren't high. Like and JT Jason Tatum is a scorer. He's a bucket. He's one of the best players in the league right now. He's one of the three leading players for MVP right now. You know, and if Curry doesn't get it, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if Jason Tatum got it or Joel Embiid. I like those guys too for sure. Yeah, JT is nice. He is a bucket. He is what you call a scorer. He puts the ball in the bucket at an efficient rate with the best of them. Okay, so it's gonna be an offensive battle. Him and Steph today. Tatum's gonna be trying to take on Wiggins. We seen what Wiggins did to him in the finals. Wiggins didn't play the last game. And we seen Curry go off on against Marcus Smart in the finals and last game in the regular season game. He put up 33 points. Clay put up 34. So, yeah, the last game, and we know Smart's looking to get revenge on Curry by like he's tired of getting humiliated by Steph. But what can you do? He's the best player in the world, right? So he's gonna be Marcus Smart is the defensive player of the year. Remember that. So he's gonna be doing his best on Steph. But they also got extra bodies for Steph too. They acquired Malcolm Brogdon for Steph. I'm telling you that right now. Like also like Malcolm Brogdon, yeah, he's a good offensive like he's a solid player. Like he's good. He's a good playmaker. He can take it to the rim, finish, right? At a good pretty good, and he's a really good shooter, and he's a vicious defender too. Same body type as Smart, stocky guys, not too tall but stocky guys. They're like Steph's height, or like an inch or two taller than Steph, but stocky guys. Put their weight on you, and they're pretty quick too, for their size and everything. So, they they got Malcolm Brogdon to help them run the offense when Smart's not playing his best, or even just when the second unit comes. But Brogdon, a lot of times he's gonna be playing with the starters when at the end of the game when it counts most, right? So they brought him for that, but they also brought him because they anticipate coming to the finals again, and they anticipate versing Steph and the Warriors against a. Because they brought him for basically to help Marcus Smart, because when Steph is destroying Smart, which is no easy task. We saw what Smart did to Kyrie Irving, and we know what kind of star Kyrie is, what kind of offensive talent that man is. We saw him shut down, or like almost basically shut down Kyrie, right? Like no one's shutting down a star like that, but he basically locked him up, shut him down. Made him play bad that series. So if he's doing that to Kyrie and he can't do that to Steph, and then plus they need help, so they need another person. So it's gonna be tough for Steph, but I'm most confident in him, of course, and he does as well. And then same thing and then Tatum and Wiggins are gonna have their battle. Like I said, their second best player, Jaylen Brown's out this game, just like Wiggins was out the first game we played. Our second best player, Wiggs, was out the first game we played last month against each other. But yeah, the last game, Clay went off for 34. Steph went off for 33. If we got Clay and Steph going off again, you can call that game. Or if we get Steph and another person like Wiggins going off, we have a really good chance. Or if we got Steph, Wiggins, and JP, or Steph, Wiggins, and Clay, or Steph, Clay, and JP, we're gonna win the game. If we have three of our four scorers, talented scorers, go off, we're gonna win. If we have three go off, if we have two, we still have a good chance. We can't have one. We can't have only Steph going off. We cannot have Steph have a bad game, or I don't think we have a chance to win in this hostile environment versus the best team in the league right now. It's gonna be a tough game. And remember, they want their revenge. We beat them in the finals, and we beat them in the regular season game last month, so they want the revenge. It's gonna be tough, exciting, but yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully, we can continue this. We could continue and put up a string of games here and go on a pretty good win streak on the road right now, right? We haven't done that all year. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe.